It's Kaylin Goss from the KBIA Newsroom, and it's time for Missouri on Mike, conversations from Missouri in its 200th year. Mike Shane spoke with the Missouri on Mike team at the Margaret Harwell Art Museum in Poplar Bluff in July. He's a writer and spoke about some of the many legends of the area. Here's Mike.
I've been here 20 years, and, small towns, that means you're still a new guy. Unless your great-grandfather, was here. You're a carpetbagger. I retired out of the military 20 years and come here for the job. There's a Butler County Historical Society, along with the Sports Hall of Fame. They have their own exhibits. The VA hospital set up the Veterans exhibit. There's police and firefighter exhibit. The Forestry Service set up huge, beautiful room of taxidermy. A bowling hall of fame. The newspaper, they wanted weekly articles about museum exhibits, and so I got voted to write those articles. The old, they threw the question out and everybody goes, not it, and I was just too slow, so I got the job. I've got over 100 articles written, and, when people read a newspaper, boom, it's gone. Well, I put all those articles in a book, and it ends up we have a history book of Poplar Bluff. One-page stories, very easy to read, and they're all, about the museum and exhibits. I just wrote a story about the song 40 Miles from Poplar Bluff. Have you ever heard it? Have you ever heard 40 Miles from Poplar Bluff? Dolly Parton and Porter Wagoner wrote a song, and nobody's heard it. It came out in the 60s. Well, we play it in the museum in a loop. So it's in the museum, so I wrote about it, and people are just floored. Let me tell you about Scooby-Doo. Oh, you know about Scooby-Doo, right?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo's from Poplar Bluff.
Really?
Yeah. Scott Innes, I-N-N-E-S, he was, a high school class clown, and it has all his voices and all the other crazy stuff class clowns do. Well, at 16 he got a job at the radio station doing voiceovers and everything, and so he got involved in the industry, doing the voice work. Somehow, through his connections, he ended up being the voice of Scooby-Doo, and he's from Poplar Bluff, but he got involved with Hanna-Barbera. And he did Scrappy-Doo, Shaggy, Popeye, Fred Flintstone, Yogi Bear, Boo Boo Bear, Captain Caveman, Snagglepuss, Papa Smurf. He's done all this voice work, and he's still a young man. He's still alive, and he comes to Poplar Bluff regularly, supporting all kinds of charities. But Scooby-Doo is from Poplar Bluff. Strange things come from small towns.
That was Mike Shane at the Margaret Harwell Art Museum in Poplar Bluff, speaking about some of the stories from his book Tall Tales, Stories from the Poplar Bluff Museum. Missouri on Mike is an oral history and journalism project from Missouri's 200th year. Thanks to Rebecca Smith for producing this episode, and the Burney sisters for providing our music. For more conversations like these, visit kbia.org. I'm Kaylin Goss. Thank you for listening.